Miszou. After a ton of testing and researching similar titles, we realized that Miszou was missing some crucial mechanics. The tricks you could do felt really limited, so we thought and put our collective 8 brain cells together and came up with this system. We made the Fakie system. Essentially, the Fakie system flips the character around and you get a whole separate juicy new array of tricks to have fun with. This system is a great solution because it adds a whole layer of extra complexity without actually making the game any harder than it needs to be. So the gamers out there can have those infinite trick combos and they're gonna have just as much fun as a kid that might not be as radical as we are. We also realized that the trick that the game is named after is not even in the game, so we added that to the Fakie tricks as well. You can now perform a Miszou. Maybe you get some kind of achievement for it. All of these tricks need to be animated before we can implement them, so goddamn here they all are. We did a lot of research on professional skaters because we're actually incapable of moving from our chairs. And these guys are absolutely crazy. I cannot believe that we have people alive that can do this stuff. It's insane. Somehow we're gonna have to transfer all of these animations to the final model. I don't know how we're gonna do that. That is a problem for future Voyager, but doing sick tricks is fun and all, but if you don't have an explicit goal, then gamers will get bored because, as we all know, doing things for fun is stupid and we need extrinsic rewards for everything. And so we added a point system. Now all of your mistakes are recorded in real time. How exciting is that? But really the game will work with a combination style system. So going from a grind to an air to a toe roll will give you an epic high number. This is one of the core mechanics and it helps you to progress in Miszou and dictates things like how much money you earn, your follower count, and we all know that the more followers you have, the more valuable you are to society. We also added a dialogue system, so you can chat to the NPCs about quests, life, how much they can bench, and why their wives left them. But most importantly, they can tell you what you need to do and where you need to go. There's going to be so many interesting characters that make up the world of Miszou, so this system is super important. The story of Miszou is driven by the environment and the NPCs, so you can bet your ass they're gonna need to talk to you. We've also started to create a test level. This level is going to help us prepare for a live testing event we have in 2 weeks to make sure our game is fun for the public and we get some much needed feedback. So this tester level will dictate how well that will go and what we need to improve on in the future. If you guys are interested, we'll make a video on how to run a game test too, so make sure you like and subscribe to get a notification if we do make that. The level is coming together nicely, but of course this takes time and replaying and reiteration like any level would have to make perfect. The assets are simple now for the prototype, but we'll amp up the look and feel for the final game with realized textures and get it closer and closer to the concept art. We also decided to start working on the line renderer. This is crucial to the look and art style of Miszou. Beans beans make you smart. Beans beans, we took your art. Seriously though, check out the line renderer series from Ned Makes Games. We put this line renderer together and already the game is starting to look really cool. The visual side of things is starting to progress and we're getting closer and closer to that lo-fi look. We found that the push mechanic we had was fine, but a little unintuitive, so we added this neat little mechanic where you actually throw your controller out the window and your character knocks on your door. No, really, we added a small circle that adds some timing to your pushes and it makes moving around super fun and engaging. It's quite similar to Oli Oli World, but it was super fun to discover why they did what they did and break down some of the same design challenges that they had. So you might be wondering, but what tricks get you the most points? And for now, it's the switch mechanic. This is a bug that is a really fast way to get 1 billion points and take a big dumpy on your competition. We need to fix this and think through a really solid point system. This will probably be when all the mechanics are integrated and we have some design feedback from our playtesting session. We can create a really solid design that makes sense, but ultimately we'd like it to focus more on the line you can do and the combination of tricks. Hypothetically, the whole level could be tricks strung together. On the VFX side of life, we created this beautiful little grind effect. This little guy makes it a little bit clearer when you're grinding, just so that there's more feedback and the player is more aware of what they're doing. And as promised, this is Coral. He is the second world turtle that you get to visit in Miszou. This little guy is a forest-based turtle with the big tree on his back. It's a little bit obvious, I hope. He's going to have like vines and roots and branches and rocks and ponds that you can skate through and jump around on. The concepts for Coral will be generated in the future, and we are super excited to work on him and explore his back. We would also like to say a massive thank you for all of the wonderful comments on the previous video. Please continue to let us know how you'd like the game to go, and we'll try to respond to as much as we can. This series is determined by you guys, so if there's anything that you want to be shown or explained, please let us know. We can certainly take some feedback, so please be diligent in asking questions and liking comments that you think would be great for Miszou. We really deeply appreciate that you took the time to listen to our video, and thank you again. It would be really helpful if you could like and subscribe to our channel. The bell notification is also a really great way to get updates from us and follow our journey. Check out our other socials too if you're interested. They're in the comments below. Later, bitch.